Okay, so without much delay of time, I just wanted to complete whatever I wanted to say today. Hope you are able to hear me, right? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Audible, ma'am.
Okay. So let's see what is informed search. In the last class, we have seen uninformed search. Okay, so where we do not know when we traverse between different states. Okay, what is the cost in taking that path? Okay, and informed search is something we choose to implement when we know the cost, or at least we have a solid estimate of the cost when we traverse between different states. Okay, so in such cases we can implement the informed search. Okay, and we are going to see two examples today. One is the uniform cost search. Okay, and as the name suggests, okay, we are going to search more or less the parts of same cost. Okay, that is the uniform cost. Okay, so the cost that we are going, I mean, the path that we are going to explore, okay, will have the cost almost similar. And the purpose is to find the shortest path in a weighted graph, okay, between the source and the destination. Okay, or we can say from a starting state to a goal state. Okay, and we will be using something called priority queue. Do you know what is priority queue? Data structure, priority queue, any idea about that?
Yes, ma'am. In the previous class, you said about this priority, ma'am.
Okay, so it is a min heap. Okay, I mean whatever we are going to see, since we are trying to find the shortest, okay, or the low cost path. Okay, we are going to use something called a priority queue. Okay, I think in the last class I said only about the queue. Okay, queue is different from priority queue. Okay, so in queue you have the front and rear, and it is a linear data structure. But priority queue, okay, is a non-linear data structure wherein, so you can imagine like this. Okay, it is kind of a tree. Okay, it's a balanced tree, I should say. And the functions, the top, see, it is not a binary search tree, but it is a binary tree. But it is semi sorted tree. I would say it is a semi sorted tree. And if you implement the min heap, okay, the root of the heap is going to have the lowest value element. Okay, and or we will say that the element that has the lowest priority will be always on the root for a min heap, and there is a similar heap called the max heap where the maximum priority element will be available on the uh, root of the tree. Okay, why we are arranging it like this? Because when I say delete min in a min heap, okay, it is the process of removing the root of the tree, and appropriate value will be moved in that particular position. Okay, so I don't want to go into the detail of the data structure, but know that the elements are arranged based on the priority, and in a min heap the low priority elements will be at the top of the tree. And whenever we say delete min, the root of the tree is going to be removed, and appropriate element will replace the uh, root of the tree. Appropriate elements will be next priority element. Okay, next low priority element will replace the root. Okay, so this is all we need to know about this for now. Okay, and okay, so the procedure is this one. Okay, so this is how we are going, this is the algorithm. We start with the source inserted into the min heap. Okay, with cost is 0. Okay, that is the priority of this is 0. That means that this is the lowest priority. I mean, in the sense it is having the priority with very low value. That means that in min heap, this is going to get the higher attention. So while the min heap is not empty, We are just going to insert going to delete the goal that we try to reach. Then we can print that path and we simply exit. Okay. Otherwise, we are going to insert all the children of node with the cumulative cost as the priority. Okay. It is not cost, it is cost. Okay. So basically here also we have a graph. Okay, rather than saying children, we can say that all the neighbors, okay, or the adjacent nodes. Okay, I would say instead of children, all the adjacent nodes of node. Okay, so let's see an example. Okay, so this is a graph and we are trying to traverse from the source S. Okay, and we try to reach G. Okay, and we wanted to find out what is the minimum cost. Okay, although there is a direct edge, okay, from S to G, is it wise to take this direct path or should we be routed through the intermediate states to reach G? Okay, so the first step says that I have to insert the source with the cost 0. Okay, so this is the the first step, initialization, and then we start the iteration, which is while this heap is not empty, we are going to do the process. Okay, so the first thing is we are going to delete this from the heap, right? So we will remove this element from the heap. Okay, and what is the criteria we are checking? Whether this, so this is the part data. Okay, so this is the data part and this is the priority part. Okay, this is how I have denoted. Okay, so in the data part of the node, if we have the goal state, then we can print the path. Okay, but here we have only yes. Okay, there is no G at the end. Okay, so so the if statement fails, so we come to the else part. So the else part says that we have to insert all the neighbors of yes. Okay, with the cumulative cost as the the priority. Okay, so if you see the adjacent elements of yes, I have A. Okay, and the cost from reaching A from S is 1. Okay, so that is the priority. And we have another neighbor which is G. Okay, with the cost 12. Okay, and why I have arranged the elements like this? Why not S followed by G in the beginning? Is that because we are going to arrange the elements based on the priority. Okay, so this priority here is the cost. Okay, whichever is getting the low cost, that will get the higher priority. So this element will this is the property of the heap. Okay, so this element is going to be at the top. Okay, or the root of the min heap. Okay, so with this we will end the iteration 1 and we will go back in the while loop and see that the heap is not empty. Okay, it has at least 2 elements. So we'll go with the next step and we will pop out this one. Okay, we will delete min, will remove this yes yielding. From starting from yes, we have reached A. Okay, so this path we will remove. Okay, and now, so from so we'll check the if statement. Okay, so what the if statement says, if the path has G at the end, okay, which is the destination that we wanted to reach. Okay, but the path has only S followed by A. Okay, since there is no G, then I have to look for the adjacent elements of A and try to insert them. Okay, so when we look at the adjacent elements of A, we have B and C, right? So the first path will consider from S to A and from A to B. Okay, and what is the cost? We have to say the accumulated cost. Okay, so A already has 1, so it is 1 plus Okay, so when you consider B, it is 1 plus 3, which is 4. Okay, so this is one cast of one path. The other path is SAC. Okay, so till A we have the cast 1, and to reach C we add on another 1. So the accumulated cast will be 2. Okay, and when you insert these parts in any order, okay, you can insert like SAC or SAB. In whatever order you insert the element into the min heap, since this is getting the low value for the priority, this will get the top preference and this will appear in the top of the heap. Okay, so this element will be at the root. Okay, and again we'll end the while loop and we'll go back and check whether this heap is empty or not. It is not, so we will remove this element. Okay, and start exploring the neighbors of C. Okay, so when you go, so you have two elements again for C as neighbors. Okay, one is D, the other is G, right? So what is the accumulated cost for C? The accumulated cost is 2. Okay, and to reach D, you have to add one more. So 2 plus 1, you will have 3. And what is the path? We have SACD. Okay, and the other path is G. So C already has 2. 2 plus 2, the cost is 4, right? And the path is SAB. Okay, did I miss something? SACB, right? I think I have missed a C. No, no. Okay, was something else. Okay, so already there is a path with cost 4 in the heap. Okay, now we have SACG also having the same cost, which is 4. Okay, now in the min heap, okay, the order could be anything. Okay, because both the paths are having the same priority, we treat them without any bias. Okay, I mean, this can appear first or this can appear first. It's our choice only. Okay, so as long as this cost is the same, we are not bothered whether we are being routed by this path or by any other path. Okay, as long as the cost is good. Okay, but the minimum cost is this path. Okay, so we will end the while loop and go back and check, and the heap is not empty, so we will dequeue this one. Okay, and we will have what is the thing from D. We have to check the neighbor, right? For D, you have only the neighbor, and see that this is a directed graph. Okay, so you cannot say B is my neighbor. Whatever edge that is going out, that is our interest. Okay, so to D, G alone is our neighbor, and what is the cost of this path? It is 3. Now you have another 3, so totally 6. Okay, so this path is coming here. Okay, since its cost is high, it is appearing late. Okay, and already we have in our graph two paths which are being 4. Okay, so since, see, the nature of the data structure, when you insert an element, it will automatically pop this high priority element to the root. Okay, so either this path or this path will appear in the root. Okay, so in our example we have taken this path on the top of the heap, and we will remove that element. Okay, SAB. Okay, and we check for B. Okay, what are all the neighbors? Okay, so we have D. Okay, so what is the cost? We have already 4, so 4 plus 3 is 7, so it will appear somewhere here. Okay, and automatically this will come to the top. Okay, and again we go back, okay, to the top of the while loop. The heap is not empty, so we will pop this element, okay, and check the neighbors of okay, so we will, okay, when we pop this element, we will we have a if statement that is checking on the path, right? So this path has G at the end, okay, which is our goal state. Okay, so we start from the starting state and we reach the goal state. Okay, and we are done. Okay, this is the path that we are interested in with the low cost, right? So we actually go via S, A, C, and then G. Okay, so this is our result, and we will print this. Okay, after popping it, it's not in the next iteration. At the end of fifth iteration, we will have the sixth iteration. We pop this out and we find that G is available in our path, and we just print it. Any doubt in this? How we find the path? Am I connected? Is this clear? Okay, thank you. So yeah, so this is one search, okay, which is the uniform cost, and you can see that the name, how good the name is. Okay, so we just whichever path that has almost the same cost, okay, which is comparable cost, they appear closer. Okay, and you know that that is the property of the min heap. Okay, so next let's see one another technique, which is A star, okay, which is one of the best algorithms. Okay, which is the A star search. This is also an informed search method. Okay, it is otherwise called best first search. Okay, and this is also using the priority queue. Okay, and here also we are going to use the minimum heap because we are interested again in the low cost. Okay, with the estimated cost to expand and a particular path, okay, as priority. Okay, when we have more paths to explore, which path we are supposed to explore, okay, that is that will serve as the priority. Okay, and again the aim of this is to find a path from the source to the given goal with the smallest cost. Okay, and how does it achieve this? This is achieved by maintaining a tree of paths, okay, originating at the start node and extending those paths, okay, one edge at a time until we meet our criteria, okay, I mean the whatever goal that we have set. Okay. And the working principle is this one. At each iteration, okay, here also we have a loop. Okay, I mean I haven't given this as a algorithm. It's better to understand this with example. Okay, so we have a loop, okay, wherein we are trying to explore some parts out of many. Okay, so A star needs to determine which path to explore, okay, or expand further or investigate further. Okay, so A star selects the path that minimizes this function. Okay, f of n is equal to g of n plus h of n, where n is the next node on the path. Okay, and what is g of n? G of n is the cost of the path from the start node to the current node that we are considering. Okay, so this we can determine because we have, this is like an accumulated path from the start node, okay, till n. Okay, so this is known. Okay, and h of n is a heuristic function, okay, that estimates the cost of the cheapest path from n to the goal node. Okay, so this is the unknown path. Okay, we are trying to explore some path. Okay, and this function we assume that it exists. Okay, so this can be any heuristic function, okay, that could estimate the cost from n. See, we have started from some state here, okay, and we have reached some n here, and our goal is somewhere here. Okay, and we are trying to say this path is actually g of n, and this path cost is h of n. Okay, and we have to estimate this path somehow. Okay, and we are trying to find which is the cheapest path. Okay, if this heuristic function is better, our search will be better. Okay, and we are free to use any heuristic function. Okay, so I will not go into the detail of what heuristic function we are looking for here, but we will assume that some function exists and we get some values to understand this A star. Okay, to really know what are all the heuristic function that we have, there are few functions. Okay, maybe if time permits, I will deal with them in the next class or some classes in the later point of time. Okay, it is called local search. Okay, at least we'll see three different techniques how we can come up with such heuristic functions. But only if time permits. Okay. So for now, assume that some heuristic function exists to give you this value. Okay, and there are few properties the heuristic function should satisfy. This heuristic function depends on the problem. Okay, the knowledge of the problem will help us to implement this heuristic function. Okay, and there is something called admissive value for the heuristic function. Okay, and this has to satisfy two properties. One is that the state's heuristic value must be less than the lowest cost of the cost of the path getting from the start state to the goal state. Okay, so it should, the cost of this should be less than this one. Okay, if you consider the cost of the path starting from a particular state, okay, where you are, from which state you are trying to find the goal state. Okay, there could be many paths, right? From a particular node, the goal could be reached via many intermediate paths. Okay, so among all the paths, whichever path is getting the lowest cost, that is the maximum value this heuristic function can take. Okay, so that is the first property. The second thing is that the heuristic value must be less than the value of cost between the paths to the state and the heuristic value of each of its parent node. Okay, so this, suppose if a node that you are considering, okay, and it has more than one parent. Okay, like I mean, say, sorry for this drawing. Okay, so you have one node. Okay, and there are more than one parent. Okay, so in such cases, you're going, the value should be less than the path from the parent to it. Okay, it should consider the lowest cost parent. Okay, so that is the max of this value. Okay, so it should satisfy these two conditions. Okay, so in that case, it is called the admissible value. Okay, and when does this terminate? This A star algorithm will terminate when we extend a path and we have reached the goal from the start state. Okay, so we have achieved our purpose and we can terminate. Okay, or if there are no eligible paths, we will then terminate. Okay. So let's consider this example. Okay, so we are trying to traverse from the source S, okay, to some terminal node T. Okay, and these are the cost, okay, along traveling this edges. Okay, and this will give you the value of G. Okay, if you consider f of sorry G of A, okay, that will be 1.5. Okay, similarly G of D will be 2 and so on. Okay, but H of A and other things, we assume that using the heuristics we got these values, but we can verify that property. Okay, so H of A, okay, from A to T. Okay, what is the cost of traveling from A to T? Okay, so in this case we have 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 4, 9. Okay, so this value can be at most 9, not greater than 9. And similarly, since it has only one parent, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so this value is also under consideration. Okay, 1.5. I mean, using the second property, but it says it is less than, but here it is more than that. Okay, but the main thing is the first one, from the node that you are considering till the destination that you wanted to reach. Okay, count the cost of that path and the value should be less than that. Okay, choose anything. Okay, so this is 2 and this at most it can be 7. Here it is 4, at most it can be only 4, it cannot be more than 4. Okay, so assume that we have got these values as somehow. Okay, now how do we start? Okay, we start by inserting the neighbors of S, okay, which is the start state. Okay, and how do we compute this one? It is 1.5 plus this 4.5. Okay, so that is the f of A. Okay, and this is going to be the priority of A. Okay, and the other neighbor of S is D. So it is 2 plus 4.5, which is 6.5. Okay, and again we are using the min heap. So this element will be at the top. Okay, so we will explore this. Okay, it is a best first. Okay, so we will explore this part. Okay, and when you have A, okay, what are the neighbors? Okay, so f of A, we are just dequeuing or delete min. Okay, and the neighbor of A is B. Okay, so we calculate the cost of reaching B, which is the accumulated path. Okay, to reach A, we have 1.5, and this cost is 2. Okay, so we have 2 plus 1.5, which is 3.5, and the heuristics of B is 2. Okay, so plus 2. Okay, so you have 5.5. So in a min heap, this will be at the root. B will be at the root. Okay, again, so we will when we call delete min, we are going to get the path of B. Okay, so the neighbor of B is C. We use this similar principle. So what is the cost? It is one already. To reach B we have 3.5. 3.5 plus 3 is 6.5. Okay, and the heuristic cost is 4, so it is 10.5. Okay, and when you insert this element in the heap, this is going to be in the leaf and this will be at the root. So when you call the delete min, okay, the D will get I mean D is the element that will be coming for processing. Okay, and the neighbor of D is E. Okay, so you compute the f of E, which is 2 plus 3, which is 5. Okay, and the heuristic element is 2, so we have 7. Okay, again, this has the low priority value. That means that this is going to get the highest priority. So this is the next element that we wanted to process. Okay, and if you find the neighbor of E, you get T. Okay, and the heuristics of that is 0. And we have 5 already. So plus 2 is 7. Okay, so this is the lowest cost path. Okay, and which is creating, actually you need to maintain like what we have seen in the uniform cost. You can maintain the predecessors, okay, where we are coming from. Okay, so predecessors we have to maintain independently. Okay, so using the predecessors I can go back and trace. Okay, from here we reached E and then D and S. Okay, so that will give you the path. Do you have any doubt here? Any doubt? I'm done with the lecture today. Do you have any doubt? Am I connected?
Yeah, ma'am. No doubt, ma'am.
Fine, then I'll see you sometime tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Okay? See you. Bye bye. Good night.